it. And my bones telling me it's right. It's so different. But when you take me to the light, it's like a cigarette. And I'm burning at your lips. Start so innocent. Then you kick it up and now I want to.
I have a clear goal to make my own fine art photos. Okay, so I need 275 plain flour, some salt, which is just over there, bicarb soda. So first, there's the idea. And sometimes sharing the idea gives you more dopamine and enjoyment than actually doing the idea. And sometimes you never even get past the idea phase. To achieve my goal, to achieve the things I want to set out to do, I often have to have sort of like a recipe. So yeah, you have to literally go out and get the things you need to make the idea happen. Like, for example, I need to go out and get chocolate chips.
I like it with you. I like it with you. I like it with you. In the sand that we dance. We ain't got no plans. You. I like it with you. I like it with you.
Next is the process of combining all of those elements of your idea into one to create something new.
Getting back into the take a second, breathe in, out again. I'm still understanding just how you do the magic when you look at me. When I'm sailing inside your sea. Oh, and just like when we said I do, and it's only you who can do like that. I like it with you. I like it with you. I like it with you. In the sand that we dance. We ain't got no plans. I like it with you.
Like, these cookies need to chill in here for about an hour. So they go nice and crispy on the outside and gooey in the middle. That's the secret. Most importantly, for my own creative practice, to progress from it just being an idea, from just being props that sit in my bedroom, from just being dresses hung up in the wardrobe, to the stage to actually making and creating the photo shoot, is I need accountability. To focus on my own creativity for myself, I need to do it for someone else, which is a hard ask, I know. But in the end of February and March, that someone else was Romford Horror Festival. Horrific.
This is the biggest space I've ever been allowed to use. It's huge. Yes.
Welcome to the untapped potential of an empty shop unit. Lent to me by Mercury Mall Shopping Centre to use for the Romford Horror Fest for set building and photography. Like, I never knew. I always dreamed of something like this, and here I am, doing it.
Shut up! By all accounts, it was a success. The people that participated enjoyed the whole experience. They used them
I've seen a lot posted on Instagram and as their profile pictures. The Spencer, the film festival director, was happy with everything. Liam, who was assisting me, thought it was really cool. It was the most booked out event of the film festival. But oh my god, I was so burnt out after. I went hard for like 4 weeks straight. And I've only just put away the things from the film festival. Like, there's still stuff in my car. And that was in February, and we are now in May and about to prep for the next film festival. I was socially burnt out because in one night, not only did I have to have the kind of like customer front, the customer service front, I was thinking about lighting, exposure, posing, and then editing the video photos and getting them back. I was burnt out. But let's jump in more. Oh, I've lost a bit of cookie. Let's jump in more to the build. Where do I get ideas from? So right now these ideas are coming fully from what we've got. I'm not going, oh, imagine if we had this. It's like, we've got this. How can I use this in an inventive way? There's also like the juggling buttons and like other things. Oh look, I haven't even put that in. There's a knife target shooting, so I could have that over here on like its own stand. In the foreground, again. So I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I've got quite a clear vision. So we're gonna have this archway, which you haven't seen yet, on the left-hand side, with the curtains, and then coming out of it and then above it will be loads of balloons that will just be on sticks. So quite cheap and cheerful. This is all the curtains, and basically I'm going to staple that to the back wall, and it will be like a nice textured red and white backdrop. I've got one big sheet of material that I'm going to put right in the middle, so it'll be like red at the back. And we've got these beautiful better than fairy lights that will also go in that and give some nice bokeh for the background. Am I wasting my time? No. Haha, the joy. I'm gonna double check, but I know the shopping centre has like a stand that a Christmas tree goes on. So the plan would be to get this circular stand, put red and white or red and yellow triangles on it, like a elephant circus platform. And then we've got these wonky mirrors, and we'll have enough to do like stack them too high and do and have two of those on the right. And then we've got we've got the fake weights. that will be in the, and we've got like the unicycle, so we might mount that to the background, or but I don't know yet until I get the rest of it in the flesh. There's a knife target shooting, so I could have that over here on like its own stand. So I took that process of analysing and taking what was available to me and visualising that in the space, that whether that was from the shopping centre, my own collection of stuff, friends, creative friends who I know have stuff, big shout out to Goat for letting me use his stuff. And before even like playing with the position, I pre-visualized what that would look like, what the themes would be, and what story I'm trying to suggest. I still have so much on this roll. Do you like my fashion accessory? It's Thursday today, so by this time next week, everything in here should be done. I've now been working on it for over a week, and this is when the motivation drops. Motivation's a funny thing. When it's there, it's great to get things done, but when it's not, you really got to think about why you're doing it in the first place. And what's the driving force in building this? I can't do that plan because now the socket is not working. It was, and I've looked in the fuse board. It seemed fine. So I'm a bit stuck. I might go home. And I think if you're working on personal projects with no exterior kind of motive or accountability, that's when things can just be left under your bed or left in the corner of your room to forget about. And these moments are when I really appreciate having something else holding me accountable. Because it's not about doing it for me then, which is really easy to quit on myself. It's about doing it for them. Because the outcomes are worth it. And also having a deadline, so you can't put it down and come back to it in a month. You need to get it done now. That's really important. I think maybe the problem is right now is that also I'm just doing this alone. And it's not the fact of the workload, it's more of, I need some social contact. Hey pal, body number one. I wish there was like just someone here to help the time go by that you can bounce off of. And also, because I'm filming this, is that I'll have music on, I'll stop the music, film the thing, and then I forget to put it back on. So yeah, so red material, mirrors, and then on the wall, white dress, but loads of red coming out of like the sleeves and under the dress onto the floor. And I think that'd be a cool contrast to the red and the white, and then the red on the floor with the mirrors, and then hopefully I'll be able, when I'm shooting, like the subject's gonna be on the floor, when I'm shooting, I'll be able to get like the reflections of this wall in it, and I think that would be really cool. And then we've also got this mirror here, which we can add more mirrors, so this whole wall is just a mirror. Yeah. It's literally, oh look, all these threads, pick up, tie on, move along, pick up, tie on, move along. With the motivation kind of dropping, being alone, not seeing me finish the project, the deadline looming, I really think I kind of shifted my brain and made one whole set just about play. And what you're about to see here is true hyperfixation about every single detail. I knew exactly what I wanted, how it was going to be, what the colours were, what the positions were. But within that, there was play. It was a time and space to be with materials that had a tactile quality, and I could just play the way that a kid would see a cardboard box and turn it into a garage and make a car and just like position things and be a character within that world. That is what you're seeing here. By far my favourite set was the red dress, the mirrors with the perfectly two ends of the spectrum coloured lights, the complementary colours, and the story. I would say to the people that chose that set, okay, imagine that this is on your corridor of your giant mansion. That's the wall with the dress on here, and I'm going to be over there, and you're in a hallway, and you're gonna walk towards your front door, and behind that front door is your next victim. We're at a horror festival, so you know we could get a bit gruesome, and I want you to look that way, like you're about to open the door, show them who's boss. And I think people really go into character, bearing in mind they are in the film world anyway. And but I think like that play, that story, them bringing in characters to do that. It was definitely my highlight of the horror festival. In my last YouTube video, I talk about full creative flow. And I think that's just a really dressed up way of describing play. My full creative flow is just a time and a place that allows me to look at the resources I have, use them to create a narrative, a world, position them, play with light, kind of. It's not even about the outcome, it's just about that time. And that's what the film festival allowed me to do. And there's kind of the epiphany that I've had while putting this video together, is that play, the moments that I can add play into my life, going to the gym and seeing if I can pick up really heavy weights, taking my laptop to the climbing wall, and every half an hour I have to stop what I'm doing on my laptop and go and climb. Like, the moments that I can introduce that form of play into my life is the time where there's the least amount of friction, I feel the most zen, and everything feels right. I'm just doing it. I'm not existing. I feel like I have purpose. I'm doing it. And that's where I'm going to leave today's video. I hope you can put some more play into your life. Epiphanies. The journey of self-discovery continues.